I have with me your friend and my friend, Don Grundmann. He is the head of the National Straight Pride Coalition, hosts a Straight Pride rally annually in Modesto, California. We have gone to several of them. Don, good morning.
Yes, good morning. I'm happy to see you. Thank you for the opportunity to speak to you.
You're welcome, man. We finally got you on. I'm glad you're back. And so tell the people about the Straight Pride. What's your purpose and when is it?
Well, the event itself is Saturday, August 26th. It will be from 12 to 2 in Modesto, California. And people, if they want more information, they can go to nationalstraightpridecoalition.org because we always try to protect our participants, and we've been attacked the last few years by our opponents. So we have security measures we put in place to protect our people to the greatest degree possible. But
I
we
noticed.
welcome everyone to come out. The event itself is a celebration of life. It's a celebration that all lives matter.
I noticed that it has over the years. When we first started out, it wasn't that violent when I first started going there, but it has become very violent now. And I believe last year they were the evil ones were so violent that you guys had to go to a different location or something, right?
Yes, we normally protest in front of the Planned Parenthood in Modesto, which is like the local Aztec temple for sacrificing babies. And so our opponents were very violent. The police because they attacked some of our people, the police shut it down as an unlawful assembly. We had to go to the second abortion clinic, which they have there, and protest because they do have a tactic of attacking.
Does that concern you that these people are so evil that they're willing to physically attack you with weapons and all those things? Are you concerned?
No, I look at divine intervention. The Creator will protect us from their attacks, but it's an illustration of what they're desperate across the nation because they have no ability to articulate their positions. You'll never have a debate between them where you'll walk away from the debate saying, hey, they had some really important logical points. They know they have no ability to logically defend their position, and they know what they're doing is totally evil. So their alternative is to attack and try to shut down any opposition to their evil.
And up there, you do not even have the police support on your side. Am I right about that? Because the police can keep them away, but they won't.
Well, we've been fortunate enough to have the police protect us to the greatest degree possible that they can.
All right.
And so I'm thankful for that. And it will just work out as best it can. The Creator will take care of us.
And Don, are you still running for office?
I will be running for U.S. Senate in the upcoming election cycle, yes.
And who will you be running against?
There's Alex Padilla. You have two Democratic senators in the state, Senator Feinstein and Senator Padilla. And so they represent the ruling Democratic Party of the state. I'm the chairman of the Constitution Party in California.
Yeah.
Which we no longer have a connection to the National Constitution Party, but we're just doing the best we can to expose and fight the evil that the Straight Pride is fighting.
Right. And why don't you have connection with the national? Because you're standing for what is right, and then you're supporting the Constitution. Why don't you have support from the national Constitution?
Well, frankly, I haven't put it on our website yet. I've been somewhat dismayed by its occurrence, but we were purged from the National Constitution Party because of Straight Pride.
Well, the Republican Party is no different now than the Democratic Party. We only have in reality, when it comes to the Republican Party and the Democratic Party, we only have a one-party system because the Republican Party, for the most part, is no different than the Democratic Party.
Yes, we are starting an answer to that. We're starting the Christian Nationalist Party, which I will inform you of as it develops. But
okay.
That's going to be our answer to the corruption of the parties.
Well, the thing I like about you, Don, you never give up, no matter what. you're from the old school and you never give up, and we need that. We need people that's going to stay with it. I want to ask, so are you having it in front of the same Planned Parenthood where you've been having it before, the National Pride, Straight Pride
Yes,
Rally?
yes, that is our plan. Of course, our opponents will probably riot and try to stop that.
Yeah.
So we'll always have alternative plans.
Oh, okay. Okay. Your slogan is normal, natural, healthy, sane. Can you explain all that?
Well, that is especially the sane part in an increasingly insane world and nation. We celebrate masculinity, femininity, the natural nuclear family. We celebrate children, living children instead of killing them.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you about the abortion.
Opposite.
I want to ask you about the abortion. Could you speak to the coalition stance on abortion in the black community?
Oh, well, that's why we go in front of Planned Parenthood, because we're protesting the literal genocide of Planned Parenthood against the black community. If you go to blackgenocide.org, it explains that Margaret Sanger, when she founded Planned Parenthood, the surface reason, the cover story was, we're here to help women. Well, really, they were the whole engine behind them was what's called eugenics, or race science. And they were dedicated to the proposition that the people who founded Planned Parenthood were genetically superior to their enemies, and they were going to use abortion to kill them. And that spanned not only the black people, who Margaret Sanger herself, in her own words, she called black people human weeds. And not my words, her words.
Yeah.
But they also thought the Irish were the same way, genetically inferior. So they had a broad plan for killing all their enemies. And the end result is that, as we talk today, Planned Parenthood has killed more than 20 million blacks. They're the biggest killers of blacks in the history of our country, and the second biggest in the world behind the Islamic slave trade. So they're totally a genocidal attack against the black community. But the black community, unfortunately, has collapsed so much that, for instance, I think during our first event, the NAACP actually protested us as racist.
I remember that.
When we were protesting against Planned Parenthood.
Yeah.
They came out and attacked us and defended Planned Parenthood. That's how badly the black community has been compromised.
When I first discovered what was really going on with this woman, Margaret Sanger, and how she even gave her, I believe, the first award out, I may be wrong about the first, but to Martin Luther King Jr. so she can kind of control the blacks. I was surprised that the NAACP and sound like even Martin Luther King Jr., because he had to know about abortion, he accepted the award. I was surprised that they were in favor of Margaret Sanger encouraging killing the black children inside of the woman's womb, when they were pretending to love the blacks, but they were supporting the very woman that was in support of destroying the blacks by killing them by way of abortion. That was stunning to me when I first found out.
Well, excuse me. The unfortunate history is that the same people who created Planned Parenthood are the same people that created the NAACP. And so they can come out and say to the black community, oh, we're your friends, we're your buddies. In fact, if you go to blackgenocide.org, you'll hear about what's called the Negro Project.
Yeah.
The idea was that, let's say that you came out and you said, hey, they're killing blacks, we got to stop them. The idea of the Negro Project would you would take a respected person like a so-called pastor, and he would come up to you and say, oh, Jesse, you got it all wrong. They're really our friends. Let's go out and I'll treat you to lunch and we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
The idea is this pastor would neutralize you as a threat. So any blacks who got uppity like you and tried to leave the plantation and stop the killing of the black citizens would be neutralized. And that happens to this very second. That's how Barack Obama got to be president.
Amazing. What will it take for...
How Kamala Harris is the same thing. The term, there's a term called House Negro, which was where the plantation owner would have a black who would go out and stop the uppity blacks
Yeah.
from complaining. So our current House Negro is Kamala Harris.
Amazing. Tell the folks how to get your website again, and so they can keep up what's going on.
If they go to nationalstraightpridecoalition.org, all spelled out, they'll find our website, our reasoning, our philosophy behind our event. And so they can go there, and they can go there especially for last minute instructions, especially in the morning of the event when we try to protect our people of where we'll be gathering.
Yeah,
So
those people are getting...
keep in touch with us that way.
Absolutely. Those people, be careful, because those people are getting nastier and nastier. I was just looking at our event in Texas where the governor was trying to get a bill, or maybe passed, that drag queen men cannot play sport in women's sport. And
yes.
those people the people who came out to protest against that, they didn't want that bill passed. They were so mean and vicious, and they were spitting on the people. They were attacking them. These people are getting worse. But Don, we'll have you back before the 27th. Thank you so much. That is Straight Pride event, Saturday, August 27th.
Actually, it's Saturday, August 26th.
26th. Oh, okay. Saturday, August 26th. National Straight Pride Coalition.org. Thank you, Don.
We're going to have a sane world.
Absolutely. Thank you, man. We'll talk soon.
Okay, thank you for your time. God bless you.
All right. Just for the record, I'm being told that your website's saying it's the 27th. So y'all may want to check that out.
Oh yeah, we've been late in changing our website, so that's part of what we have to do.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you, Don.
Thank you for that information. Take care. God bless you.
You too, buddy. National Straight Pride Coalition.org. This is Straight Pride event is Saturday, August 26th. Even though on the website it says the 27th, but it's really the 26th. All right. Thank you, Don.